Dr. Jesse Riggin with Delmarva Chiropractic in Harrington, Delaware. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about shoulder injuries, where they come from and how to prevent them. But first we'll talk about some of the things we have going on at the office. Big news is we have Dr. Eric Johnson, who's going to be coming in and doing an informational seminar next Wednesday, November 28th, and we'll start talking around 6:30 until about 7:30 or when people decide to leave. And then last week, and every third Friday of the month, we're having the Healthy Living Crew is going to come in and have an event in the office. Last week we did salads in a jar. So we'll see what we end up doing next month. And also, if you eat too much over the holidays, we do our Shred 10 starting on the 1st of every month. So if you do eat a little bit too much, there's that reprieve that you can get starting on the 1st. So today we're going to talk about the shoulder. So two things that I want to talk about is scapular rhythm and the scaption plane. If you understand these two things, you kind of understand a little bit better of how the shoulder properly moves and maybe where some of the injuries come from. So the first thing is the scapular rhythm. And when we talk about the scapular rhythm, we're talking about how the scapula moves in relation to the glenohumeral joint, or the humerus. And for you anatomy whizzes out there, I did remove the spine of the scapula. So this is the scapula, this is the humerus. And when these two move together, which they always do, or they always should, you have a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning for every 2 degrees of rotation you get with that glenohumeral joint, you get 1 degree of rotation with the scapula in relation to the rib cage. So what does that mean for us? It means that when we move our shoulders, we should make sure that we're moving our scapula as well. And a lot of times, those scapula kind of get adhesed and don't move quite as well as they should in relation to that rib cage. And we try to get all of our rotation and all of our motion out of the glenohumeral joint, which leads to some injuries. The next thing is the scaption plane. So when we think about the scapula or the shoulder joint, a lot of times think about it in anatomic position, where we're coming up directly beside the body, or we're coming up directly in front of the body. And in reality, if we line that joint, the arm up, the humerus up with the scapula, it's more in about a 30-degree arc out away from our body. So we go a little bit too far back, it'll stretch that anterior capsule, maybe pinch some things in the posterior capsule. Or if we bring it too far in front of us, it can tend to, again, pinch and stretch, and that joint is just not in the most healthy position. So you can put that in terms of really just about any motion that you do with your scapula. But the example I like to use is with the military presses. These big strong guys, we like to put our shoulders way out to the sides and push those weights straight up. But in reality, it might be better to just let that elbow float in front of you just a little bit, and you might save your shoulders just a little bit of injuries in the future. So I hope that helped you. If you liked it, share it on Facebook, like us on Facebook, and share it with your friends. All right, and have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.